Greetings everyone. Today we play rabbit chess again. We have two calls. First, I would like to get a new peak rating, and second, to play interesting and instructive chess. So I will explain key ideas and share my thinking as we go. Alright, let's start. Welcome. I think I need only 30 points. I got some rating back because I was playing against some cheater and got a message from chess.com that I will get something like 10 points back or so. I think so. There was only one cheater last time. Sometimes it happens. Okay, this is very flexible. Maybe c3 or knight f3. I don't know which one. Okay, let's play this one because it develops the piece, and usually it's a better idea than just make some pawn moves. Okay, why not bishop e3? If knight goes here, I have bishop f2, so probably this is the most most natural move. Okay, g5, very active play. Okay, if I take here, what is the plan? I can check. This bishop is dropping. Okay, that might be a choice, but I have bishop b5 and f5 looks very dangerous. Oh, there was queen c1. I didn't see that one. Okay, this might be some preparation, and maybe this is actually good for black. Hard to say. Okay, let's try to get something from there. If he takes, maybe bishop b5. I'm not sure because king can go somewhere. Queen here. Is there time to take here? Well, I don't know. Let's see. And then short castling, because there's f7, which might get weak very quickly. This is very active play from his side, but I think I'm still at least fine, but maybe having some edge. Okay, maybe black goes long castling, but there's at least c4, not probably yet, but okay, what is this? h4, g4, or something else. Maybe even knight c4, because if pawn takes, I can take here and rook is dropping, and then I can get my knight in play, like here. Okay, actually, that might be the best. Okay, let's do that. I think there's nothing wrong with this plan. I can take here and play knight e5 if black goes short castling. Otherwise, for example, long castling, I have knight a5, and I think black king is more vulnerable there than my king here. Of course, this is not easy position to play, but now it's quite obvious that my king is, oh, it's not so weak. have to be careful because I was just thinking that who is winning after those trades, but I think this is very good for white. Maybe b4 or g4, maybe g4, and then king h1. Okay, there's f6, but I think I can do this. f7 is so weak. King h1 if needed. Maybe knight can go here, but then rook goes here, f6. Oh, g4 is hanging, but h4 is bigger threat, so there's no time to take this one. But maybe queen goes here. Very hard to say what is going to happen. I think this is still a good option for black. Maybe I have to trade queens. Aha. He plays f6 immediately. Is it different? Okay, if I play this one, and then I can take that one. So, oh, if he takes, I will take. He takes with the queen. I can check and play bishop to g3. This is an interesting position. Maybe I have knight d7, but the main plan is to play here. Queen takes, bishop takes. But actually, my plan was that he can't really take this one, but actually, maybe he can. Okay, let's see. I thought that he can't really do this because check and bishop here, but let's see. Oh, there's queen here. And then probably... Okay, let's see. I just think that maybe black's king is too exposed, but because I have this dark square bishop. Whoa. How he can prevent this plan now? Going to lose this queen at least, but is this even better? I think it's not. Aha. Oh, so maybe I have to play this first and take here. Yeah. Okay, but he has rook g8. But then this one, and this is hanging. Okay. This looks very, very good for white. He plays so quickly, but I think I'm still better here. I can take this with the rook, and then bishop goes here. Or maybe even with the bishop, because then have to give the queen, and yeah, it's easy. These pawns are going to drop, and white is winning. This king is too weak. Hello, welcome. Okay. Maybe I have to be precise. for example, okay, maybe this is still quite easy. Queen takes e5. This is going to drop, and I can't see anything better than Queen h5. Maybe I can take this with the rook, because, okay, Queen g5. But now I can take here, and he can't take this one. So this should be clearly winning. I can trade rooks and no counterplay, because c5 is already a very strong pawn. Of course, b4 is now an option. Why not, actually? Maybe a5, but there's bigger threat again. I think he doesn't have time to play a5, and a3 is also a good choice. There is no good square for this bishop. Okay, let's see. Should we do a few precise moves? I think we can just take here, because d4, if I play a3, and okay, but actually, why not? Yeah, and if he goes after this pawn, I can probably go after this bishop. Yeah, I think it's going to drop. So I just take here. I think if he takes here, there's check, and king goes here, rook here, h6, h4, and g5 is dropping. So there's no time to take this one. But okay, what else? Maybe d pawn, but then b pawn goes forward, and now he's thinking. I think this is it's too late to think now. Okay, bishop d2, and the plan is to take b4, of course, but b5 takes b6, then b7, rook here, so on. Maybe even rook c7 first, because there's checkmate on f8. But it's probably the same. Maybe it's not, actually, but okay. The first game, and we got something like, oh, only 2 points. By the way, there is a poll in the chat. Feel free to vote if you want. It seems that we have at least few new faces here, so welcome. And also, some of you have been every Friday. Thank you. That's great activity. Okay, let's see what we have here. So I play against another coach. I'm professional chess teacher and coach, and I also do streaming nowadays. Okay, now we will have Karspad structure. At least it's quite obvious after c6, but of course white can play check on a4 and then it's different. This is Rakosin defense. And here maybe queen b6 or queen d6 or c6. There's many options. Okay, let's try to keep things simple. I think the most common plan for white is to play e4 before black can get good grip on e4. h3 looks a bit slow, but let's see. Because if bishop goes here, maybe I have time for bishop f5. If bishop goes d6, then maybe e4 is a choice for white. I would like to keep these bishops because there's many attacking ideas, but what is the best move here? Maybe rook here, and then bishop goes back, or on d6, but have to be careful not to allow e4. Maybe I can develop the knight before the bishop, because then, yeah, then I don't have to worry about queen b3 ideas. And after h3, there might be some tricks that I can take on h3, but here, if I do this, then e4 is quite good looking plan for white. And if I do this, then knight goes here, and then maybe f4. So this is not so easy. What to do? Okay, maybe I can play solid chess with bishop f5 after knight e5 and try to maybe first this one, and after f4 then bishop f5, because then it's not so easy to attack. I think f4 is needed, otherwise this is just losing time. And after f4 there is no good, this good attacking bishop is not in the game anymore. I can trade and play f6, and e3 might get weak. It seems to me that black is doing fine. There's no time for this attack, it's too slow. If queen goes here, maybe rook e7, and then other rook here. e3 is at least a weakness, I don't know. Do I have time to play f6? Maybe I have enough time for that. e4, but then d4 gets weak after pawn takes rook d8. I think there is quite many good plans. Hello, welcome. I think this is critical moment, and that's why White is thinking. Because now have to make real decisions. Okay, I think I have to trade this anyway, so no reason to think too long. And now maybe queen e7. This might be a choice, but f5. And if I go back, I have to be sure that there's no tactics with f6. So maybe it's better to play this because f5, then I have f6. There's no knight g4 because e3 is dropping. And now I'm ready for this plan. Okay, and there's no tactics, so I think e4 is too slow. Oh, maybe it's still possible because White can sacrifice the knight and take these pawns. I will lose both and maybe even third one. So e4 is at least interesting. I think I don't... Oh, what is this? Okay, it defends e3, but still. Okay, of course I have to kick this knight out. Is this good or not? I'm not sure. Maybe. But then there's e3 weakness. I have no real weaknesses. I think so. But if knight goes here, then if I play h5, this pawn might get weak. Knight goes here. Okay, maybe it's still equal. Quite equal. Should I play h5 or not? Maybe not, because g4 later might cause some problems. Okay, and what to do now? One plan is, of course, take this b4 c3 knight and get my knight on e4. That looks quite good, actually, but this might be a threat, so have to be careful with that. Maybe my king goes here, because then there's no tactics. And yeah, let's do this. This is, of course, a mistake, because then my knight can jump here. But I would like to get my knight on d6. It's the best square in Karspad structure, but also in this kind of structure where White has played f4 already. Rook e1 with the idea to play e4. I think I have time for bishop b4 and take here. Okay, I think this is needed now. Otherwise, White might get something with e4. Okay. And what then? Okay, let's try to be practical. Of course, if White can do this and get knight on f4, then there's some good chances. Get some advantages, but okay, what is that? Okay, I just follow my plan. Knight c4 maybe. And then knight d6 if needed. Actually, this plan might be a very good one. Oh, have to be careful. If I play knight c4, then e4, I can't take because knight is hanging. So, yeah, have to be careful not to allow e4. Maybe queen trade. That might be an option at least, but if I do this immediately, oh, if he takes, I can take with the d pawn because then rook is very clumsy. I have knight d5 and plans with queen, I mean c5 plans. d5 is great outpost for the knight. I think black is much better now. I can put my queen on f5. Yeah. Or just knight c4. What is the plan? He tries to take here, but there's nothing. And if I do this, f5, knight here, rook f3, and it's not easy to get this pawn. So maybe queen here first, because it's very hard to find any good moves for white now. And this plan looks very, very good for black, even this plan. Of course, knight jumps here and then there, but it takes some time. Okay, but I think this is not working. I have other route for my knight. I don't need c4 square. And actually, that is the reason why he should start with this knight move, of course. Now it's heading here. Okay, knight d6, knight f3, knight e4, knight h4, then queen somewhere, check, and then king here. But it's very passive. Okay, I can go here, and this check is not too dangerous. I'm going to win exchange, and that should be winning for black. Okay, okay. Now knight can't get here, so I have time for this plan. Okay, g4 might be something. Aha. I would like to get my knight on f5. Okay, let's double those rooks because this rook is doing nothing at the moment. And okay, queen d3 was my plan, but maybe e4 is. Oh, that is actually very good choice for white. So what to do now? Maybe I have to speed up a bit. Queen goes here, g4. Maybe I have to do this. If he plays f5, then okay, my queen is out of play. Maybe I misplayed something. Because this looks playable for white now. But there was no time to think more. I think so. But still, this looks quite good for me. Let's see. What should I do now? Queen e4? No. Knight will end up here. Okay, let's play knight e4. At least it's very good square. I can trade knights. g5. Okay, maybe h5 or f5. f5 with the idea to get h5. Oh, some practical problems. Okay, now I think I can take here and try to... I can just take here. This is not too dangerous, I guess. I can go here. And also white king is in danger. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure, but it seems to be that black is at least fine here. Okay, let's do this. And now I think I can take this one. Or maybe knight goes here. Oh, okay. What should I do? There's no checkmate. But how to improve? Maybe g3, g6, I mean. Yeah. And that trade helps me to get my rook here. Rook here, I can take this. Okay. Okay, let's take here. Oh, I don't have rook g7. But I have queen here. Should be enough. Knight f6 is coming. And I think my king can escape now. Okay, maybe queen here. But f4. Okay, why not g4 actually? Check. I go here. Then that rook might drop immediately. Yeah. Okay. And then knight g4 takes rook here. I start with this. Yeah. And then knight e4 is even better. There's no rook g3. And knight f2 is winning. Oh, and there's no queen d3. I didn't see that one, but of course. Okay, it went quite well. $92.6. Yeah. Okay, let's play more. Maybe rematch. Good morning. Oh, please keep the chat in English that everyone can follow. It's very good to have international stream, but English is probably needed that everyone can follow. By the way, there is a poll in the chat if you want to give your vote. Thank you for that. It seems that there's lots of new faces. Welcome. and also those who have been here quite often. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that one. Okay, he doesn't want to play a rematch, so let's play a new game. I think I need only 20 points to get new peak rating. Okay, c3. Alabin Sicilian. I like to play this line because it gives quite good prospects for black early on. The plan is to take e5. Of course, bishop c4 is a bit different, but now we can trade few pieces and it should be quite easy. Okay, is there e6 plans? Oh, no. Oh, miss. Most slip. Okay, bishop d7 was of course my move, but okay. Sometimes have to be careful not to touch wrong piece. That was a blunder, yes. Okay, and now he doesn't want to play rematch. Too bad. Okay. Let's take another opponent. Okay, I donated few points, but now I have to be careful with this mouse. I haven't seen this plan before. Okay, quite normal. Let's play d4. If queen takes, then this is kind of Scandinavian, but this is not the best move because it's so slow. It takes two moves to develop the bishop, of course. If black can play without e6, then it's possible, but I think I can create very strong play with these plans, and then e6 is needed. But let's see what is the most what is the precise plan here? Okay, let's start with bishop c4, and then this is the plan. Okay, maybe black can castle. But still, oh, c5, very brave. I think it's too brave. This should be very good for white now. Knight e5, black has to play e6, and then d5 will open up the position. Or I can even put my bishop on g5. This looks winning now. But what is the best move here? d5 looks very good. If knight takes, I can take twice. Queen here. There's no bishop e6 because queen takes here, but maybe queen c7. Can I castle? Bishop here. Maybe d5 is the best. Maybe bishop b5. Too many options. Okay. d5. Queen here. Bishop f4. Bishop here. Bishop a knight here, and everything works. So I think d5 should be a good choice here. And okay, maybe bishop d6 is a move, but then it's wrongly placed. I can even develop the bishop on f4. Okay, how he can do that? I will take here twice and play queen d6. This is hanging. Okay, maybe queen goes here, but then there's lots of weaknesses. Okay, let's try to take that positional advantages with the queen d6, knight e4 with some threats are not working. This is too strong. And now queen d6 is probably almost winning. Queen b6, okay. There might be even better moves, but well, or should I do this? Because knight c4, knight d6, knight c4, knight b5, those are very good looking options. Knight c4, knight d6, ace a3. There's no good place for the queen, and b7 is hanging. Okay, let's try to do this. Maybe I have queen e2 if queen goes here, and then queen is entrapped actually after queen e. Yeah. So it might be better than this check. Queen e2 hits here, a3 is the threat. There is no time for knight d5. Okay, that one. But now I can play knight b5. This knight is untouchable because knight d6, knight b5 threats. This is a threat, but maybe he can castle because this knight is hanging after knight c7. But this looks very, very strong. Maybe check first, and then here, rook d8, queen here, and yeah, that should be very, very good. There might be some other ideas, but I think it's enough to find one good plan. King is in the middle. Queen is a bit misplaced, and so on. King f8, I can't understand why that square. Okay, if I do this, then I can castle. Maybe it's the plan to prevent my castling. Okay, let's do this. This is a threat already. If queen goes somewhere, I can castle, and this should be good for white. Maybe bishop f4 is even better, because then we have chances to get knight here and queen here. Okay, no reason to castle yet. Okay, let's play bishop f4. It is very strong looking move. Even queen trade is always an option here. Much better pieces and development and so on. e5. Okay, why not to take this one? Queen here, I can trade queens. But I don't have to actually. I think I can even castle after this, but let's see. Again, a surprise. Maybe queen here, long castling, but rook d8. Yeah, but still I think I can do this even. Or knight c7. And then there is no good square for the knight. Okay, should I do that? Queen check, knight here. There's lots of different kind of plans. Oh, maybe even bishop here, because queen has to go here, and then we can take that one also. Okay. There's rook e8. Okay, but there's no a3, a6 because bishop c7 and queen is in trapped. So I just cast. Oh, this is hanging. Have to be careful not to lose on spot. Okay, there's too many good options. Which one to choose? Okay. I'm thinking too much now. That wasn't the best. Because, Okay, I should be more practical. I tried to play model game and usually it might go wrong. If you try to play too well, I mean, try to find every precise move. Okay, I'm pawn up, should be enough. There's lots of different tactics again. Maybe this is a plan for black, but still. f6, if he takes here, rook goes to b7, so this is clearly a very good position for white. Okay, that wasn't the best, I guess. I don't know why I did it. This is not so easy anymore. Okay, bishop here. Now I'm plundering some. Okay, maybe not plunder yet, but this is not good practical play at all. He can take here actually, and my plan was to take on b7, but now I'm not sure is it even winning anymore. Maybe it would after bishop e5. Okay, let's see. Oh, this rook queen is covering that square, so I will do this. If he takes here, I can play bishop e5 again. There's queen f5. Okay, let's see. Queen c6, queen here. There's no checkmate yet, but might be soon. if I'm not precise. What should I do? Okay. Well, this is not easy. I don't know what I have done using this pin. Oh, there's plan to take here and checkmate. But now, why I didn't prevent that? Okay, bishop b4 after king here, but still, this is not good chess. I can take here and here if, okay, he has queen g6, but still. Oh, he tried to trade queens. I didn't see that one. So what to do? Okay, let's trade. Okay, I have some edge, but not much. This is actually terrible after that opening. I should have won this easily, but of course, chess is hard. And he tries to trade that one too. Well, how to prevent that trade? I don't know. Maybe I can't. Somehow I lost my way completely. Okay, maybe I should take the draw, not to lose on time. Okay, he tries to win on time. Okay, this might work, of course, because, oh. Okay. Okay, it was a draw, but terrible game because I was so much winning. Yeah, okay. I tried to play too fancy plans and lost my way. Okay, but this is a new game. Of course, there's many ways to meet this bishop b5 check, bishop d7, or knight bd7. This is probably, if you want to play for win, this is probably the best choice because white can trade pieces, and of course white have, of course, I mean, some edge maybe after the opening, but not much. This is good Sicilian for black also. Okay, bishop f4 looks a bit strange because I can trade this bishop now, and I think there's no good way to continue. Of course, the advantage, I mean, black might have small edge here, but okay, should I take here and then play against this pawn structure? Okay, I try that plan because I think it's not too dangerous. Wait. My plan was to play queen here, but there's e5 in between move, and okay, e5, f6. Then I think I have time for knight e5, but now I'm missing some tactics. f6, bishop c4 looks quite good. Okay, I can take here, maybe knight f6, but f4, e5 might be a strong plan for, yeah, actually, yeah, I can take this with e pawn and then this one. So, okay, let's go here. And I think I'm just pawn up here. And this structure is not the healthiest one. So, okay, let's play, or should we play this one? Yeah, b6, why not? And the plan is to get bishop on b7. Okay, maybe f4 is the plan, but e4. I mean, knight c. Oh, f3. Surprising. More. This looks very good for black. The best idea is probably queen trade now. But of course we can play without that plan. Okay. Rook c7 looks quite natural. This is not coming yet, so a6, b5 maybe to get some space. Bishop c4, maybe e6. b5 looks very natural. Okay, I can take here and f6. What is the plan for white. I can't see. Maybe he... okay. But now f6. Very good in between move. And then maybe knight here. There's no c4. Knight goes here. Queen here. Rook here. Okay. He tries to trade this one. Actually, good idea for white. Okay, let's play queen f7. We can't keep this bishop. This one, no. Rook c3, I mean knight c3, rook d3, knight d5, queen somewhere here, and then something, maybe e6. Yeah, why not actually? This one and then e6. Knight c3, queen b6. That is a problem. I don't have e6, so maybe I have to start with queen f7 to get my queen in play. There might be some f4 plans now, but this should be still good for black. Okay, why I can't take this one? Maybe there's queen e4, bishop takes c4 plans. I think he's quite tricky player. He can find those tactics. Okay, a2 is dropping in the end. If I play knight c5, he takes. There's queen b6 again. So maybe I need queen e6 plan, then there's knight c3. Okay. And he can take here twice because rook takes a5. My plan was to trade queens, so why not this one? If he takes, this knight drops, takes, and then this drops in the end. Okay, let's try to trade those queens. Okay. Now we can take here. Oh, there's some plans with this after rook b3. Tricky tactics again. Okay, I should put my king here. I think rook b3 was very good choice because then there was that plan, but now I can do this. I think this is clearly wrong idea. Now I have very good outpost on c3. What is going on? Bishop c4. Okay, maybe this can go here if I move this rook, but I can do this. But the rook b2. So maybe it's not so easy. Rook c8, bishop here. Okay, and maybe I have some background problems also. I don't know why this feels so difficult position to play. Even I'm having very good pieces and everything is under control, but maybe it was because that game what we had because somehow I'm afraiding some threats, and that's not good. Okay, now I missed this plan. Oh. Somehow this opponent gives me problems without doing any good moves. I mean, he can do everything. I mean, whatever, and then I'm still struggling to find winning plans. Now I tried to trade and take this a2, but this is probably not the best. But still I'm having winning position, of course. Oh, nice intermediate move, but I think I can handle this. Maybe even e4 to win this a2. Okay, let's play this way. Can I take this one? Queen here, rook here, I mean, then trade. Well, okay, let's play rook c6. The plan is to get here. Okay. I can't get there. Okay, rook d5, e4. What to do? If I do this, then a3. Okay, I play this one to get better pieces, but I don't know, is this right way to play? What? I don't really understand these moves at all. Why he is playing this way? Okay, king goes here. There's no checkmate. I can do this. e6, why not? And then rook goes after this pawn. But then I can take here. I can take this one or not, maybe. But then this is dropping. And e pawn is then very strong. This should be winning. Okay. Okay, I go after this pawn now. But my endgame play is now terrible. I don't know why. Somehow this opponent make my I don't know. Somehow this is very hard now. Have to stop that pawn. Okay, I go after. This is unbelievable, actually. Or king here. I can't escape, or can I? I can, yes, but king c6 was already very good for him. Now I think I'm winning if I have time. Only 7 seconds and this is rook ending, so okay. Maybe now I can win. Oh. Okay, the first game was so annoying that I think I went, I don't know. It's very hard to play against this opponent. Okay, let's play against someone else. Okay, what we have in chat, if you want to play against me, I play on Thursdays, I play against viewers. So in the next week, Thursday is your day if you want to challenge me. Okay, you might be better than me. You can challenge me and then we see. H5, interesting choice. It prevents G4. but there is also some downsides. If black castles here someday, then it's going to be a weakness. Maybe I can play a4 and then just bishop e2, short castling. b6. Okay, bishop b7 and maybe d5 is the plan for black, but if I have e5 option, then white is at least fine. Can I play something like this, but then b5? Okay, I have to find good plan, because if I just play this way, black can develop and where to attack. Maybe bishop c4 and try. The idea is to sack here if I have a good chance to do so. Maybe bishop goes here. If I play this one, then knight might jump here later, and then I'm going to lose tempo. So bishop here. If knight goes here, I can take here with the bishop, because I will win 2 pawns, actually 3 pawns, and get knight on f5. So I think he can't really play bishop b7 or knight d7. Okay, knight c6 is fine, and now this might be the plan. Trade here, bishop b7, but I can take here with the queen, and then b6 is hanging. Or maybe I do something else, maybe here with similar ideas. Yeah. Or maybe queen f2. It hits here. But I would like to keep these knights on the board. Okay. I try to get knight f4, queen here. It hits here. Maybe queen goes here. So quite many tactical plans for white. If knight jumps here, then I have bishop b3. Now I think he can't play this one, because then d5 is very good square for these knights. And this might be a threat, and this is already a threat. So maybe white is having already very good position. d5. If I take, okay, I can, yeah, I have too many knights to take on d5, and then b6 is dropping. There's no long castling or rook d8 ideas. But sometimes this kind of plan with pawn sacrifice can be a good choice. But I think black should be in castle already. Then d5 might work. But now I think there's too many threats. Okay, bishop c8. But now I'm clearly ready for this at least, but rook b8, queen here. There might be some plans with h4, so it's not clear that this queen maneuver is a good one. So why not just castling? Yeah, that should be at least fine. And if black goes castling, then h pawn might get weak. And it's not so easy to develop because e6 is always under a threat. Knight d7 is not an option. I can take here again. I think black should do something like bishop d7 and then rook b8 if I play king here, queen here. g5, knight here. I think it's too risky to play that kind of plan because I'm ready to play f4 at least quite often, and this pawn is also hanging immediately, so there's at least few problems to solve. Maybe I have time to put my knight somewhere and play bishop f4 and try to provoke e5. Maybe this plan is actually a good one because then there is threats and I can try to make some pressure on d6. I think there is no point to do this because this is too well covered by rook and queen. But actually this looks very good because there is no h pawn anymore that can kick the knight. So let's do this. Actually, if f4, f5 or f4, e5 are working, or maybe there's knight g4. So, but at least this might give chance to play this plan or this plan. I mean these two different plans. Maybe f4, f5 is even better because I have bishop and knight. This is the only plan for black if I play f4 too early. But if knight is here, I think I have time for h3 and then f4. And if black can't play these moves, what he can do? Okay, I think now I can play this immediately. If knight jumps here, I can push because there is no time for this knight d5 comes. Okay, let's try to attack. Looks quite strong. I think black is missing few moves. If bishop is here, knight here, then e4 will fall, but now I'm already here. f5, knight e5. Okay. Maybe it's not so easy. Chess is not easy. Well, what should I do? Okay, this looks quite normal. I think I can't prepare more, so have to go with this plan. Otherwise, black might get pieces in play, and then this is not working as well as here. So have to go for it. I think knight b4 might be the best, but it takes some time to take this one, and I think I can still create play with this plan. Knight goes here. There's lots of weak squares and pawns. So let's take here. He can't take this one, and if bishop takes, I can probably trade. I would like to do this, but knight takes here. Oh, then I can check and take this one, but maybe it's better to let this happen and wait a minute, maybe this one. And if queen goes, rook goes here, I have this plan. Or should I just jump here and take that? Even queen d4 looks quite interesting. E5 is also an option. Too many options. This would be a very interesting position in classical chess, but we don't have time to think these options. Okay, have to do something. Let's play knight f4. It at least it's very natural. It hits here, and this is at least a plan. I will take here, and d6 is weak. Oh, surprising choice. Okay, the idea is probably take here and e4, but it looks quite risky. Maybe I can trade this knight, and then this knight is not so well placed. So bishop b3, and if he takes, can I do this now? If it takes queen here, it's too complicated. I can't see what I can do, but okay, I think this is better, because if bishop takes here, then this knight is hanging as well. Oh, there's knight e4. So I have to take here with the queen, but there's quite many plans after that. This is Sicilian position. Complicated, interesting. I think there is no easy decisions now. There's so many weaknesses also in black's position though. Okay, I think I take here, and if queen bishop takes, there's a pin and also some checkmate plans. I think I can take here first. Okay, let's see. Should I take here? I think I should, because then I can take my rook here with the check, and now there's no defense, at least not as much as earlier. Can I do this? I can't. Okay, and should I trade this one? Maybe I should. Something better. I would like to find better options. How to get here? Queen here, bishop here. I can take this one and that one. Okay, I think this is the key plan. He can't allow this check. Because rook goes here. Queen is... okay. And then g7 is hanging. So maybe this is winning now. Queen e7. Okay, what is this? Is there bishop b7 in the end of the line? Oh no. Okay, but I think I have to go for this plan. Bishop b7, yeah. One move short. Well, okay. Okay, I could take here between or not. I don't know. Let's see. My bishop is hanging. Okay, you have to be practical. How to prevent checkmate. Oh no. This is too bad, but this is draw. He can't take this one, but he took it. Okay, now it's draw again. Oh. Blunders. I don't know where I went wrong. It was very good looking position, and now... Okay, yeah, I should take here. Somehow I didn't realize that I can take here and then this bishop is hanging and b3 is hanging. Okay, it was a very interesting game, but still have to win those positions. I have played very badly after that winning game, which I lost, or was it draw? I don't remember, but somehow and sometimes that kind of games can have very big effect, because it's very hard to play against I mean, after that kind of disappointing game. Okay. But this is just equal, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe I try to focus on the game, play more practical. Yeah, yeah. The bright side is that someone is happy now. Mm. Yeah, we have already 59 votes in the poll. Thanks for voting, and feel free to vote if you haven't. About half are new faces here, so welcome. And also I appreciate a lot that there's some of you have seen every stream. This is very interesting variation, so-called poisoned pawn. I think it was Fischer's favorite, or at least he played this line. Also Kasparov have played this line. It's interesting one. Of course, there's lots of theory, and you can't really play this variation without knowing some lines. But actually, quite many of those Najdorf lines you can play just knowing that put your pawns like this: e5, d6, knights here, and bishops there, and then try to push d5. But of course, it's not always the case. I think this is not correct. But if I do this, then maybe knight goes here. He can take, and or what is the plan? Maybe queen here. Yeah. Okay, I think this might be the best. Because I can trade queens if knight jumps somewhere. And if I go here, then knight might have some chances to get on b6. So this might be the best idea. Well, I can't see the point why he did. Okay, of course this rook can be useful later on this third rank, but I think he's trading too early these pieces. Now I have bishop pair and chances to play d5. I would like to do this, but knight will jump here and then it goes here. I think I don't have time to prevent knight b6. Should I play d5 to get my bishop here? I mean, white is going to castle anyway. Or should I do this? Well, it's quite hard to say. e5 might be... Yeah, why not actually? It's very hard to open the center after that plan. And that's why e5 with the idea to get bishop somewhere here, looks very tempting. Okay, e5. Oh, is this plan... Oh, it's not working. I can trade queens. Actually, queen e5 might be a very good choice, at least in some lines. So should I start with h5 and maybe queen check? Or maybe not. King goes here. Queen, bishop here, queen here. And then f6 is hanging in many lines. If I do this... Oh, I can probably do that. Then there is no knight a4. Okay. At least this seems to be quite normal way to play. And yeah. Bishop here. He can't really do this because e5 is a good option. Okay. And if he takes here, then there's bishop e3. And of course, I can push this pawn forward. Now I would like to prevent this plan. Bishop c4, of course, but h4. I think I can handle this. Maybe h4, bishop here, king goes here, and everything is fine. Other option is to play king here, queen here, and so on. Okay, maybe I have to do this now. And then h4. If he plays h4, I think he can't really take this pawn, and I might have chance to transfer my bishop to e7. Okay, queen trade. Interesting. I think I can take and go here. Oh, there probably... Okay, I have to trade anyway. But do I have time for king d7? It seems to me that I don't, because this hits here, and then rook can take here, and bishop d5, and my rook drops. So... Okay, but I have to defend this pawn, not to allow this one. Aha, bishop d7. If white takes here, I have bishop a3, and then there's no way to defend the bishop and rook. If bishop goes here, oh, that might be the choice, but after bishop here, it's very hard to defend this bishop. I can do something like this, and it will drop eventually. I think so. Okay, let's see. Oh, but he can take that with the rook. I I forgot it, but of course I think that bishop pair and these pawns in the center will give some advantage for black. In any case, but of course now white has much better chances than before. Okay, rook can activate here, so maybe I have to take and maybe bishop e2. d2, I mean. Bishop goes here. Should I do this? Okay, let's play this way. If rook goes to b1, then I can do this and that. Okay, interesting. Okay, it tries to go here. Okay, this is not easy. Bishop here to cover these squares. I try to provoke this move to stop rook b3. d5 is of course my main plan here, to get some diagonals for my bishops. Okay, rook b8 is the plan. Rook b7 is coming. I think this went wrong, but it's still playable. Of course, he can try to trade my bishop pair, but if rook goes here, this one, oh, okay, that one. Okay, if I take and play d5, who has advantage? These pawns are weak. But is this a dangerous one? I don't know. Okay, let's trade. Because I think I can do this if bishop goes here, which looks quite natural. Otherwise, I have very strong center. But after bishop here, I have rook here or here. And that might be very good for me. I can't see what is the point to take. Maybe it is this, and if I go here, rook goes back and tries to take this one. And now bishop b5 is the threat. My king is much more active than this one, but I think I can't really use that. Or can I? Bishop here, rook c8. He trades and tries to get something on king's side. Actually, this is winning because he has two passers. I can't stop the both, so I can trade all of those. Okay, now I think I have some problems here. After a rook, maybe I have to give this and this and try to get something with e pawn. It's very ambitious plan, but maybe the only plan if I want to win. Wait a minute, maybe this one and that. I can defend this. Okay, I try that. I still believe that my activity is good enough for at least draw, so don't have to worry about too much. Okay, can I give this one? I maybe not. Okay, I will take here. Maybe f pawn is too strong. Maybe it was better to play this one. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my bishop now. Oh. Maybe I was lucky. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Now he's playing too quickly because now f pawn is going to drop. I have at least h4 plan, but it's not working, or is it? Well, have to try. Rook f5. Oh, that was a surprise. Now I can bring my pawns here. Oh, maybe. Well, d5. Oh, then f7. This wasn't the best. Oh, I'm losing now. Here, 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 a5 takes. Then I'm going to lose. Maybe I should go here and try to catch that pawn if I have time. Okay, if he takes, I will take, and d pawn is very strong. a4 might be the move here. Oh, no, I have this one. Okay. And actually, this is very interesting endgame. Yeah. And then d3. I think he can't take this one. And even this is winning. I trade and king c2. This might be winning for black, because rook d1. I mean, rook f1. Then here, d pawn is very strong. What is this? Oh. I thought I have this plan, but he has rook c. Now there's no time for this. c2, king here. Oh. Is this working? For him, yeah. Too bad. Too bad. Now I'm losing this. He played very, very well. Okay, now it's draw again. Oh, am I winning, actually? Might be the case. Okay, maybe not, because this pawn is, of course, very hard to promote. Okay. Okay. Oh, what a game. It wasn't the best day. I mean, practical. I wasn't practical enough. Wrong decisions and so on. But okay, we had an interesting games. I think that was it for today. And I will stream again on Monday. Let's see how